All right. Well, it's March. Yeah, it's March 3rd, 2013.
Is it March?
It's March 3rd,
It's
2013.
definitely March.
It is. You're watching Mods on Air.
2 FPS, 3 RPGs, and 5 sim-type games.
Yeah.
I think you'd be able to come up with one here.
I'm actually pulling this one hard.
Ask all the people that need hacks to play Call of Duty. I can hear you groaning inwardly every time Sin's mentioned. You're just cringing.
All right, everyone. You're watching episode 370 of Mods on Air. We're going to bring you some gaming news from the week. We like gaming news. That's who we are. I am foyleman. Also on the show today we have with us Ham. How you doing, Ham?
Doing pretty great.
Awesome.
This is what happens when we take away your script.
I have the script right here. I'm just deciding not to read it. We also have with us Breesy. Hello, Breesy.
Hello.
And we have Stryder with us. Hello, Stryder.
Hey, everybody.
So this recording is live, and you can join us. Welshy, who isn't with us, would normally post the relevant URLs into the chat window, so I guess today you won't get any. The other links that are posted, click on them if you want.
I'll hit that topic up.
If you haven't heard the show before, we are very child-friendly, so bring all your kids.
Yes.
All of them.
This is opposite day, by the way.
There will be questions. I can almost guarantee after the show there will be questions. You might have some for them because they might know what we're talking about, and you won't.
Yes, and the questions won't be from us. It'll be from your child asking you why there's such horrible language and adult themes going on in their midst. Because that's what will happen.
The parents will be like, "What does that mean?" And then the child will feel really awkward having to explain to his parents exactly what a certain reference is.
Yeah.
Well, that's when a man and a woman.
That's when the man takes his hand in a configuration like this. Explain that one.
So, yeah. Stay after the show and we'll explain some more
My goodness.
on the Stryder show. Yeah, so we have some gaming topics to talk about this week, and I don't know how much we actually have to talk about because I'm in heavy work mode here. And I think some of the other group here is too. It's starting up, this winter is coming to an end, spring is coming in, and now it's time for you to really hunker down and get that work done, right? I don't know.
Indeed.
Okay, so let's start off with what's going on. And
Well,
see what happens
that just
along the way.
sounded absolutely depressing. Thanks for coming to our show. It's going to be great. We're going to tell you that our lives really suck right now. Lives are horrible. The fun, the happy, good times that we used to experience are no longer with us.
Gone. They're all gone.
Well, that should make people feel better. It's like, hey, I'm doing better than these guys. And they're supposed to be pros.
Thanks for that.
Well, here's someone that's doing probably better than us. Dreamfall. Dreamfall Chapters is a game that was over on Kickstarter, and they hit their $1 million mark, man. They're at, what is it? Almost 1.2, just over 1.1 million. Not thousand, not hundred. $1.100. No, $1.1 million here. This is pretty good for them. They're going to be getting their game underway, it seems, and those of you who threw your money at them should be getting your...
God has been searching for you.
I don't know.
Where have you gone to, Dreamer?
Banners to put on your websites.
Whose
I don't know what you
dreams
get
are
for
you
this one,
dreaming?
but
Yeah.
this is put together by Red Thread. I'm showing you the trailer right here. I like the success stories.
Yeah, those are always nice to hear. Very inspirational.
Do you think we're going to be seeing some more trailers coming up for the Ouya, since that's about to release? Because what I hear in the news, it's not in our topics today, but I hear that March is the month in which people are going to start getting, the backers for the Kickstarter program are going to start receiving their units.
So that's this month. I guess a little later than this month. I'd hope so. I'd hope on the ramp up to general release we'll see more.
I don't like how Kickstarter is becoming a way of funding anything and everything now. Even if you are an existing studio with an existing publisher, they're running Kickstarter campaigns, and I don't like that. You're gonna turn around and charge $60, $70, $80 for a game. You better have your own finances behind it, not somebody else's. Somebody
the
better
game.
be believing in you. You don't come and say, "Hey, we're an indie developer. We want a community support," and then end up with $1 million budget. If you had $1 million budget, you actually already had all of this existing, and this is just a money grab.
I don't
And
like
that-
publishers that force it, so along those lines, I agree. But I don't mind studios, developers trying this if they don't have a
Mhm.
publisher.
Right.
There is only one known dreamer in the twin worlds.
So the
But so what's going to happen? The publisher is going to turn around and say, "Yeah, we'll publish your game, and because we're not backing any of the development, you've already got that from the community. Our take is going to be so much less." That's not going to happen.
of course not.
And when you bang up $1 million in sponsorship, my guess is that there's also a that is very loud.
Is it?
Yes.
Is that like 2?
Wow.
What was it at? I don't know even though I can't tell. It was like at 2%. There, now it's at 5%. How about that?
It was like overpowering everybody else's voice that was talking.
Alright, it kept getting louder on its own. I don't know.
So this is at the end of next year. I guess we'll see this game. I've never played the previous games, but it's got a cult following, and it makes me want to. Just seeing this trailer makes me want to try the previous ones, especially since there's people who are so into the series and so happy to see a next one coming. But I don't know. I guess it was an adventure game.
Sorry, this is another point. If you are an existing, like this is an existing series, this is an existing franchise, why do you need to be on Kickstarter?
They
Because the
probably
first
did
game
get
barely
funded.
made it.
Well, all you got to do is go to Rhode Island then.
Talk to the local populace and the government.
I mean, that's my guess. I don't know.
Yeah, we'd probably have to see when the last game was made, but I think even nowadays, if you went to a publisher with a game and say, "Hey, this is an adventure game and it's a continuation of a series that has a cult following from a long time ago," they're like, "All right, so what does it have to do with Call of Duty? Will it be Call of Duty?" It's probably the first question, and if you can't say yes to that, then they'll be like, "All right, we can't help you."
Yeah.
I'm sure that's the way a lot of big publishers are probably acting nowadays.
Well, the big publishers are also going to say that if you're trying to make Call of Duty, you better have 160 people on staff or more.
Yeah.
Or you shouldn't, or we don't care to even hear anything more from you. Because it's too ambitious to put out a new game
Right.
every year with the same models and minor changes to the textures. That's a little harsh, I know, but there is some truth to it. All right,
Well.
let's jump over to something else. Let's jump over to Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs is one that if Welshy was here, he'd say he's starting to become interested in because we saw some more on this. But what's going on here is that this game is going to be hitting the PC, PS3, PS4, Wii U, Xbox 360.
It's a lot of platforms to target.
If they have an all-around kind of engine, then it's all just
Peggy 18.
almost pressing a button, except for making sure that the controllers match up with what's going on.
Yeah.
Ubisoft trying not to piss off the PC players.
Now, this is also one that we were talking about how it looks an awful lot like Assassin's
People
Creed,
haven't changed.
right?
Yeah.
Now everybody's
exactly
Yep.
got
Look at that.
stuff.
Yeah.
And once you've seen it, all of it.
All right, you know what? We watched some of this last week. I'm not going to bring it up again.
Yeah.
I'm already
Oh,
bored
I don't
because
know.
we talked about it last week.
So Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, and Prince of Persia. I don't know.
All the same.
But
Yeah,
but
Ubi, can you stop making the same game?
this goes right along with the next release here of some information regarding Assassin's Creed 4.
Because
Which was-
three didn't.
Yeah.
3 didn't set the bar at horribleness enough. Are they going to make it fun?
See, I didn't play I never really liked Assassin's Creed very much, and that's because the first time the first Assassin's Creed came out, I saw it over at, I think it was E3. I saw it at one of the conferences, and it was extremely buggy. I mean, I saw characters walking out off of buildings, but there was a ledge there, but I couldn't see the ledge, and it was stuff like that was going on. And I didn't want to experience that kind of game.
Yeah.
I think the only one I've ever completed was number 2. That was the only one that I thought was half a decent game.
So this has actually been Ubi's Call of Duty, hasn't it? It's ever since the release of the first one. There's been one just about every year.
Grind it out.
Yeah.
Every second year with the AC. I believe it's every second, but yes, they have been milking that teat for a while.
Yeah, I think in some years, in some cases, multiple Assassin's Creeds per year.
Multiple teats.
Yeah.
Well, this is supposed to hit the shelves on October 29th. Actually, I don't even know if it's hitting any shelves. For all I know, it's just going to be digital.
On the Ubi store, whatever it's called, Uplay.
This trailer looks like it's Assassin's Creed meets Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Might be exactly what it turns out to be.
Looks like it, doesn't it?
You know, the whole Assassin's Creed series is just visually nice to look at. I like the persistence of the world. I like the how detailed and all that it is, but it's not fun to play.
No.
Yeah, I've got the first one, the second one, which I've only played on console. The third one now. I don't have any of the Revelation or Brotherhood or anything like that, but from the ones I've played, you're right, I do not find it to be fun, and I'm not sure if I can pinpoint it.
There are moments in it that are alright, but I just find it drags. It's too open. The world is so open, you find yourself running back and forth so much. It just gets old quick.
I did try to play a recent one, and that was on the PS Vita. And that's really specific for that. I couldn't get more than 10 minutes through it.
You could not?
No, I couldn't. But that's just me and the Assassin's Creed series. I have some sort of aversion towards it.
I don't know what it is, but I guess for the people that enjoy it, people like Welshy, it's all the rage. So I support them. Yeah, it's all the rage too, apparently.
But if I see that Watch Dogs game show up on Steam sale like over Christmas, then I might consider checking it out and seeing if I enjoy that, and then that'll tell me whether or not it's the actual gameplay or if it's the setting. Maybe it's the setting that's throwing me.
Yeah. I guess we'll see.
All right. So we got another new game out there to bring to light here not called Dark, it's called Fuse. And apparently I don't have an image for it, but I have lots of videos. Lots and lots of videos of this thing. Fuse trailers. They're trying to introduce you to the various characters in this game, which I'm not enjoying the models very much in this, but this is supposed to be a shooter being put together by Insomniac, and they want you to get to know these various characters, and I have 4 videos, which I don't have to play them all now, but this is actually only going to be a console release as far as we know so far. It's slated for, let's say, by the summer. Quarter 2, but I don't know when quarter 2 is for them. I don't know when their quarter is.
This is not just PlayStation 3, though, right? It's Xbox 360?
It says PS3 and Xbox 360.
Okay. So I think there's more of a chance it might come out for PC then. The previous big titles, Resistance, that whole Resistance series has been PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah, but what has Insomniac put out for the PC? As far as I know, nothing.
I can't think of anything. Yeah, you're right.
No, they're Ratchet and Clank kind of stuff. Let me see. I actually have a list here. Disruptor, Spyro the Dragon, Spyro, Resistance 2, Resistance 3, Outernauts, and all of this stuff was for PlayStation, Facebook, and only one title on the Xbox 360, and that's this title.
Oh. Well, maybe maybe it'll go to PC. Since who knows?
But I bring it up because it's the kind of game that we might be interested in playing if it were on the PC.
Yeah.
I don't know if I care for the shield technology that we were just watching. Here, I'll open up another video. Here's Izzy. I'll just jump ahead to the less boring part.
Do we know if there's going to be co-op in this? Player.
From what I can tell,
Looks like it would be a co-op title.
it looks
Just
like
by
it could
looking
be,
at it.
but I don't think it is. I think it's a yes, it is actually. You're right. All right, single player,
Oh,
cooperative play, and multiplayer. And this thing started in 2010 in development.
That looks very Mirror's Edge. That bit, the rooftop, just the whole configuration was Mirror's Edge.
Not so much I'll trust the government to save them.
That outfit does not
Yeah.
look good.
Choose your own cutscene.
Here's some new one.
Yes.
This is Jacob. Guess Jacob is a sniper. The crossbow.
Because in the future, a fully automatic crossbow. Did you see that?
And he also likes gasoline. Yeah. Nice.
He's a pyro. He
must
likes
be,
pulling the
because his-
wings off of flies as well.
Because his semi-automatic crossbow shoots fiery arrows. Cool.
What's with the sudden appeal of crossbows? I don't get it.
What?
Of
Crisis,
crossbows.
right?
Yeah.
No, wait. Crisis
Cri-
is not a crossbow. It is a
It's
actual
a
bow.
bow.
Compound bow, right?
Com-
And same thing with Lara Croft, compound bow. So it's not just crossbows, but it is the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Next game, Call of Duty, Ancient Warfare. It'll be sticks and stones and dirt clods.
Well, Call of Duty's already got a crossbow, so
No, that's
Yeah.
what I mean. It's going to regress. Sticks, stones, dirt clods. Big old dirt clod war.
Nuclear warheads on the ends of the arrows.
Yeah, because that's realistic.
That's Call of Duty. All right. Enough of that, which we probably aren't watching anyways.
Yeah. We'll see how this game plays out. If it ever comes to PC.
Okay, I got another one here called Dark, which I have a
Dark.
logo for. Actually, Dark logo.
Zero Dark?
Vader.
Here's the official trailer that just came out for this thing. Which can I get a little volume, please? Where are we? Just a little tiny bit. Dark. Yeah, this is going to be a supernatural third-person stealth RPG for consoles and for PC. And what they're going on to talk about is that this thing might have to do with vampires.
I like how every new title, it can't just be one thing. It can't be just an FPS. It can't just be an MMO. Now they're all a combination of at least 3 of them.
Well, the same thing happens with music, right? Can you list a band that's recent that you can just fit into a single category?
The name shot through my head.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is
probably
the
could.
black hole of music. Justin Bieber.
The bane of Canada.
That's the. I'm not even gonna go there. You talk about Justin Bieber negatively, and they'll send the cops to your house in Canada. Can't wait till they find him like in a face down in some whore's crotch in a crack den, because then it'll be done with Justin Bieber. Because that's gonna happen.
We could do a
this
Call
game
of
looks
Duty
a lot
mod
like Splinter Cell.
for that.
Bieber's a vampire.
Oh,
a
the
couple
wall hack.
things.
It's got a wall hack built in.
I love games
It's
with
a feature
built-in wall
now.
hacks. It makes it so much easier than having to write them. You know what'd be cool?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I saw a trailer for before, and I think it's an indie game. So I applaud them for what they have so far, but I don't know, something about it just seemed a little boring to me. They just kind of stalk around these hallways, and it, most of the game is attacking unsuspecting people, and
Looks
for
like
some
a good
people,
console title.
yeah, some people like that. I don't.
No. It looked a little bit like Splinter Cell in the way it played.
You think so?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so.
reckon so. With the way he was sort of, stalking around, but with a touch of that Dishonored as well with your abilities.
I started replaying it. I want to see some Splinter Cell action, other than him hiding behind a wall. Which
There's
I
the
guess
wall
that's
hack
it.
stuff.
There he is.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Vampire Creed. Vampire Creed Splinter Cell.
I'm a little confused by that move right there. First of all, we have a guard in the hallway. Let's see if I can get to it. That looks like he's really got crazy long legs. Okay, right? Isn't that like really tall? And then we watch this. He's sneaking up behind him, and then the next scene is him in front of the guy doing a special kick. How do you get in front of him? And then what was the point of sneaking up on him if he was just going to get in front of him?
He's showing these awesome leg maneuvers.
It's not like the guy turned around. No, he went.
They blew their budget on leg animation. This to me looks like a game not have.
Okay. Make the stealth genre cool again. Somebody said.
Yeah. When was it cool?
So I guess that's why it
stealth
doesn't
games
appeal
are
to
not
us.
my specialty.
Yeah, that's exactly probably why it doesn't appeal to me. Then it's not made for me.
I like to blow shit up.
Can
I
you
like
blow
them to
shit up
fear
stealthily?
my coming, not be surprised by it.
Shock and awe.
Okay, SimCity. SimCity is not this picture at all. Wow. How'd I skip that image? Okay. SimCity is supposed to be hitting round 2 of beta testing. Did any of you guys get to check this out yet? I haven't.
Didn't want
remember
to.
if I remembered to sign up.
Yeah.
But there is some videos out there of actual gameplay, and here it is. And the more I'm watching this, the more cartoony it looks, and I'm losing interest. I had some interest in this when I read about some of the new features. You know, making it a little more cooperative, getting your friends involved, and. But now I'm watching these videos, and this is a long video, so I'm gonna just skip instead of watching him build roads.
And apparently this grid helps you. Well, it's kind of
Yep.
worrisome.
And it actually looks a cartoony version of SimCity 2000.
Now let's see. We are generating. No, we're generating. And if you like to play
I'm not
SimCity
excited
2,
anymore.
just play it like that. SimCity 3, play it like that.
Something I wouldn't mind playing on my phone, maybe,
Alright,
but not.
That's the tool.
I could not
While
play
you're out.
something this complicated on the phone.
Let's plop the fire station. Fire station, very important. Otherwise, you get yes. You don't want to find out. You don't want to find out.
I've never been
I might do that.
just into these sim type games. I've always wanted some sort of constructed narrative, and so these things just don't appeal to me. But everybody loves SimCity.
Do it somewhere else, please. Oh, what's up with you guys?
Alright. Well, I know a lot of people were kind of looking into this. Yes, you can burn the whole city down if you want. Just don't put the fire department in and then purposely cause a natural disaster, which you're allowed to do.
Build it up really nice and then put in the finger of God.
That's why you're sad. You guys are jerks. Alright.
Make sure you mix those industry and residential areas, because that really brings in the crime pretty good.
And plop down something that you'll all recognize. It's the Department of Finance. And now all of a sudden, due
But I
to
still don't
magic,
think it's as satisfying
look at
as
that, Texas, yay!
locking a sim in a
I'm
room
gonna
with
untax the
4 walls,
low
and no
wealth
door
guys
and
a
window.
little bit. Just a little bit.
Watch them go crazy.
So they can... Oh, wow.
Okay, let's talk a
Also,
little
people
bit
tell you
about
what they think, man.
the Elder Scrolls Online. Don't forget the part of it. That's very important to them. Anyway,
And now.
there's a couple bits in the news this week. First of all, online beta invites are being sent out later this month. So if you did sign up, there's a chance that you'll be able to grab that beta, which I'm hoping I do. I'm interested in this game because I like the first Elder Scrolls, and I'd like to see where this goes. But something that actually takes a little bit away from the Elder Scrolls is the idea that they're thinking of making this a combo first-person, third-person game, which they did in the first one. But in the first-person perspective, they don't want there to be any hands. So you don't see hands or weapons.
Why?
You just walk around and see the
What?
game.
Hey, it's got to be some sort of artificial constraint. Like we just don't want to have the time to do that, or spend the time to do that. I can't imagine that. Well, who knows? I don't know. Maybe that you've got like flying or ranged moves, and it just wouldn't make sense to have your hands.
Yeah, but isn't part of that experience feeling like you're there and not just like you're watching some sort of movie? Isn't it interesting to like see the bow pull back on the character and then you aim the bow and then?
No, absolutely. What would have been more interesting is to have an Elder Scrolls game that was not an MMO, but just maybe a co-op, which is what people ask for. But this is what we got instead. I'm hoping that they made the right move and they continue to make the right move. Is there any reason why we're hearing that we aren't getting any ham models in the first person view?
I didn't see any real reasoning behind here. I just see that
But if
they
it's-
say the
if
only
it's
difference is
online-
you won't see it. Huh?
If it's online based, it cuts down on the model like that they have to use and render.
Does it?
Yeah,
because
'cause-
they're going to add it whenever you're doing a third person, so you're going to see the entire model and his weapon.
Well, then I
Sounds
don't
like
know.
it doesn't cut down anything.
Makes
Maybe if
it
they
less
placed it-
confusing.
Yeah.
This is the last trailer that they put out that we've already seen, but I'm still interested. I'm hoping that I can get into the beta and see what's going on and check this game out. Or, if I don't, I hope that everybody says it's the best game they've ever played and makes me want to play it. And then I do play it, and then it is the best game I've ever played. I can dream.
Yeah.
I've applied for the beta. Wait and see.
As have I.
Every bit I actually want to get into, I always never do, and then all the stupid ones I sign up for, I always fucking get in.
Alright, we've seen this video. And, okay, so moving on to Metro last night. I thought Welshy would be interested in this because I know he liked the Metro series. There is a date.
He's all about the Metro series.
They are going to be releasing this game in May. PC, PS3, Xbox 360. They're saying May 14th, so right in the middle.
I enjoyed the first one. It sort of beat my computer into submission. Performance was never that great, but I did enjoy the first one. This one looks great. Don't know how it's going to play, but visually it looks great. I'm interested to see where it heads, see what they add, see what gets fixed.
Were there things broken in it? I didn't get to play much of it. I played an hour, and then I ran out of time.
Yeah, I
one
never
criticism
finished
that a lot of people had, which I tended to agree with, was that there would be situations that you get put in where there are waves and waves and waves of enemies that come at you, just almost seemingly like it just is not stopping. You either start to run out of ammo, or you do run out of ammo, and you're kind of screwed. It just seemed like they weren't sure about how many enemies to add, so they just added a bunch just about every situation.
Artyom, we're here. Pull yourself together.
And this looks like
We don't
gameplay
have
here.
long before nightfall. We see tunnel collapsed.
With the
only
ammo
way
that
to reach
stretches
the
across your
escalator
screen.
down to theater station is to cross the surface. And trust me, we don't want to get caught out here in the fucking dark.
He said
Luck,
fucking.
Artyom. This place seems
He said
lived in.
that.
Rangers probably. And where there are
Okay.
rangers,
Yeah, Metro. Okay, Mars. Mars.
This is the game series that taught Welshy his Russian accent
Mm-hmm.
Metro?
that he is so successful with.
It wasn't Stalker, huh? It was Metro.
No, it was Metro.
Yeah, I guess
Because
Stalker
it was
doesn't teach
about
you
as
the
good of a
accent.
Russian accent as that one.
Stalker doesn't teach you an accent. It teaches you actual Russian.
Yeah, yes.
All right, Mars War Logs. There's a trailer that came out showing off some of the combat within this game. Now this will be hitting PC. Spiders.
Spiders from Mars.
Logs is a role-playing game where you control Roy Temperance, a renegade living on the Red Planet. Roy is caught
Sounds
in
like the
middle
guy
of a
with the white
conflict
hat
leads
that
him
talks
through
to
the
you about
hostile
starving.
lands of Mars. During his journey, Roy and his companions must face dangerous enemies in thrilling and dynamic fights.
Thrilling and dynamic.
This video will tell you more about the combat system of Mars. Roy can choose from a variety of skills to defeat his adversaries, including melee, ranged, sneak attacks, or deadly technomancer arts.
This reminded
Choose
me of
your
something
favorite
when I was
and
watching
pick the
this
best
last
approach
time.
for each
Another game
situation.
Batman?
there.
Some enemies have
Yeah, I
strong
guess it is like
defenses
that.
or sturdy shields. You will need to find the most efficient tactics to bypass their defense. Use your agility, your brain, and your countering skills to survive the most difficult situations. Every battle
Respect
provides
my
experience
agility.
that you can spend on 3 skill trees: fighter, technomancer, or renegade. Choose your school based
This
on the
is
skills
action
you wish to
role-playing,
unlock, and based on your
which
favorite combat
means
style.
it's not
You love big fights?
co-op,
Become
it's
an
not
expert of
limited
melee
defense.
and ranged combat. Equip your best weapons and dodge and counter your enemies to leave them helpless. Use the powers of the technomancers to unleash
Developer
energy
spiders.
waves and lightning.
Don't know much about. Don't know
Create
anything
energy
about them
shields,
actually.
or even electrify your weapons. If you like to play it sneaky, become a master of infiltration. Trick your enemies into dangerous traps or lead them into a discreet spot full of deadly mines. Unlock new skills and develop diverse abilities to become more powerful. And don't forget, your allies will support you when things get tough. Surviving in the hostile world of Mars requires good equipment. Loot items from the environment and the corpses of your victims. Use the recipes you've learned to combine these items, creating upgrades that improve and customize your weapons and pieces of armor. Find the best matches to create stronger armor or more lethal weapons. I hope this video will help you survive on Mars. Your journey begins in 2013 on XBLA, PSN, and PC.
Watch the music trailer. Huh.
Well, I don't think the music was that awesome.
A whole bunch of cartoons rocking out.
I don't know. Looking at that and seeing the combat, if combat's going to be a core part of your game, and for some games it's not a core part, but this looks like it's core enough to the central part of the gameplay. I think it should be more polished than it was. It looked okay. It felt solid, but it didn't wow. And I wanted to be wowed.
Well, maybe it'll fix itself up, and maybe we'll actually get to see this thing at the conferences before it hits the shelves. Right? I haven't seen this at any of the conferences. I don't know if it's been to.
No.
We've got GDC, which I doubt we'll see very much over there, because GDC is really for publishers and developers, networking and that kind of thing. It's not really to show off games. Some people use it for that, but they shouldn't. Then there's PAX East. There's going to be a lot of stuff happening. And then there's E3, and then there's PAX Prime.
PAX East is actually in like 2 weeks, isn't it?
And sold out, sure.
Yeah, sold out.
In Boston. I'd be going if I could. But I can't. I'll be going to GDC, though. That'll be happening in like 3-4 weeks.
March. end of this month.
Ham, are you going to GDC? You said you were.
Probably not. I know, and probably not because I've dicked around and wasted so much time not working on a portfolio.
And what he means by that is been playing Guild Wars.
That's exactly what I mean by that. And I hate myself for it. And I hate you all.
No, you don't.
I don't.
There's a PAX Australia as well.
But
I'll they announced.
I'll see. I'll look and see what's already kicking around in my portfolio and see if I can do anything. But we'll see. At the moment, I just don't have as much confidence as I once did when I was talking big.
That's the show to go if you want to try and find a job or meet potential employers.
Yeah.
All right. Crytek, makers of Crysis and those and that. Well, they make the engine for it, and Crytek wants to. They want to let you know that they think single player is done for. It's over. No more.
And you know what? I think that's the problem with that. Is that's just saying we as game developers are no longer we no longer have any creativity because we've culled it out of our gaming base by not releasing tools, by delivering you the same drivel year after year after year. There is no creativity left, and so yeah, we're not going to bother with anything single player anymore. It's all going to be multiplayer, and you have to create your own experience because we don't have enough smarts to create it for you.
So that brings up a great question. Is single player really done, or are game developers done with single player? And I don't know. I argue that single player is absolutely fine. Like, there are people who enjoy single player games, lots of them, myself included, amongst other people.
Yeah, I enjoy single player.
But maybe game developers now are no.
I wish I could enjoy it, but I feel like I'm wasting my time because I don't have enough of it when I sit here and play a game by myself for myself. And I feel the same way when I watch television. I feel guilty and I don't enjoy doing it.
You live in a guilty world.
And that's Judgment by Ham. Stay tuned next
for part 2.
For Retribution by Ham.
I don't know. I heard about this earlier this week, and it seems that the talk was more along the lines of even with single player experiences, we should have some way for them to always be online. So there's always some sort of benefit to having a constant internet connection, and it seemed like a way of subtly saying that all of our future games are going to have a requirement to be online.
Yes. First of all, you have to be online so that we can make sure it's not stolen or that we could properly abuse your accounts. And number 2, that this way we can throw microtransactions at you constantly.
Which seems to be right in line with EA, who publishes Crytek's games.
Yeah. Well, let's jump over to that. EA has come out and said that the future of games will all feature microtransactions, and not just our game, not just all games. They mean their games. Every single one of the EA's games will have microtransactions from now on.
And this is also the same EA that earlier, either this year or very late last year, said that all of our future games are going to have some sort of multiplayer component, like no matter what the game is. So now they're throwing microtransactions and multiplayer at you, even where it doesn't fit.
For those of you who don't know, these microtransactions, could be let's buy a hat. It could be let's buy the best powerful weapon so that I don't have to earn it. Or
let's buy gems so you can buy whatever you want.
Right. And or it could be the idea that here, our game is free. Enjoy it. Oh, you wanted to play that level that your friend's playing? Well, you have to buy it.
Mm-hmm. I don't like that model. I don't mind the acceleration model. I don't agree with it, but I don't mind it. If you're that sucky at a game or you don't want to invest in it, as long as it's not going to detract from any other gamer's experience, you want to buy that sword that you could earn by playing for 50 hours, go ahead, spend your real world dollars on it. And as long as it doesn't wreck my game experience by playing that where you're overpowered. That is one thing that I think Guild Wars 2 has done quite well, where they up and down level you. They scale you so that if you're a high level playing in a low level world, you're not just coming in there and dominating everybody. So I don't mind that. And if you want to spend $800 to go and buy the best weapon available, or that penis extension that says, "Hey, I've got the best weapon available and everybody can see it," or you can go out and you can earn it, or you can just play the game and not even care about it, and it has no effect or impact on the gameplay. It's unobtrusive. If they make it obtrusive, the game will fail, and it'll fail hard. People aren't as stupid as devs think they are. Mm-hmm. Yes, that was a metaphor. I'm not sure what game would have a penis extension in it.
Just wait.
Playing some really bad games.
Mass Effect.
Stop playing. Stop playing games that Breesy recommends.
Don't do that.
Yep, it's just a weak.
I completely agree with what you said. I don't mind microtransactions as long as they're done in the right way. Doesn't bother me.
I mean, I can safely ignore it. That's something I can do, but it just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. And you
should be scared if this was an Activision statement, because Activision's idea of microtransactions is $70 for the game. Now you want to see the cutscenes? Well, it's $10 a cutscene.
An extra $50 for the cutscene pack.
Yeah.
Oh, you want sound with that? Oh,
I was just thinking.
Let me get a calculator, buddy.
One channel or two.
Activision confirmed for Call of Duty this year it's coming out with this new form of sound occlusion. It's pay per byte. I'm kidding.
It's weird because I've seen two different examples of this going good and horribly wrong. On one end, going right, EA has made some Simpsons game on iOS. It's like The Simpsons Tapped Out or something. It's a free game, but they have microtransactions, and apparently it's doing extremely well. I've never played this game, but it's doing extremely well. And then you've got.
I've never heard of it. How can it do so well?
We're that far out of the loop.
And what are you gonna buy in a Homer Simpson game?
You
donuts. What else would you buy? Donuts and beer.
Yeah.
Fuck
that, and there's another one, Real Racing 2 or something. Something else I've never played, but I think it's like number 23 on the iOS all time apps or something. And that's just raking in millions of dollars, and it's a microtransaction game. But then you've got something like Zynga as a company who has built their empire on Farmville and microtransactions, and they're sinking fast. So I don't know.
Zynga buys games and breaks them.
Well, if you're good at something.
Well, there was something going on.
That's what they do.
Zynga's Farmville made over 1.5 million in the last year or quarter or something like that recently. I don't remember what it was, but they're toting something about 1.5 million. Hi, Welshy. Yeah. Good morning.
Hello. I'm alive, just.
We worried about you.
Goddamn tequila.
Yep. You can picture the taste in his mouth then.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of tequila.
That floor of a taxi cab.
That actually was the floor.
It may have been.
Something else EA is talking about here is the idea that they don't just want to do microtransactions, but they want to do unified login. where you log into one game and you're logged into every single game. Basically the same thing that Facebook is doing now, isn't it? Where how many sites that you go to says click here to log in from Facebook?
Yeah.
Well, EA wants to do that.
And then the second you log in from Facebook, it's like, oh, somebody just logged in, blah, blah, blah. Let's send it to everybody. You know what? Get off Facebook. That's one reason I hate Facebook. Well, there's lots of reasons I hate Facebook.
I could see EA turning this into a microtransaction. Oh, you want to log into that site again? Well, it'll cost you.
Gotta pay for that.
Like that paperclip. It looks like you're trying to log into this website. I don't have access to your wallet yet, though.
On the face of this is supposed to be like a really good thing, and on the face of it, it sounds like it's good, but it coming from EA, I can't help but feel like there's some nefarious actions going on behind the scenes. I don't know, and I don't want to be cynical, but or pessimistic.
But it comes so easy to you.
Yeah.
And how is
you mentioned EA, and
how is this different from having the same password on all the sites?
Yeah.
Right? They log into one, they log into everything.
Yeah. I know they'll be able to probably scrape data a bit easier from you. I think in that article it did mention something about they'd be able to target ads to you that are more likely to suit you because of the single sign-in.
Sure, of course, because EA knows everything about you.
Yeah.
Including when you don't recycle. So watch out.
The green police will get you.
All right, well, there's something else going on. This one's a little closer to home for me. New Jersey has approved online gambling. It is, I think it is the first U.S. state that's going to allow full-on, not frontal, but online gaming.
Wait, what?
The casinos. Basically, the casinos in
Oh,
the
you
city
can do it.
can now
You can
start
go in.
opening up
Okay.
and allow online gaming. There's going to be some sort of government-run position on this, where they're going to eventually state this is how you have to log in and keep things secure and so forth. But it's going to, and then there's got to be something that says to prove that you are of age to gamble. But this is also going to mean that people won't necessarily have to go to the casino in order to gamble. And I think that there is a state somewhere that allows a little bit of gambling. Maybe it's Nevada, where Las Vegas is. It allows a little bit of some sort of gambling online, but not complete. Like, you can't do the card games and you can't do the slots and everything else.
All the online gambling is all Canadian and Caribbean hosted websites.
Mm-hmm. But this doesn't mean that you can't be a game developer in New Jersey releasing to New Jersey folk the ability to play these games online.
That's kind of wild. That restriction
So
there.
does that mean you're going to get like digital versions of casinos now?
Yeah.
So now you don't even have to leave your house. You just go to the casino online.
Insert your credit card.
Log into your sim.
And just
Walk around the
wonder
casino.
about the casino. Go see a show.
Virtual
Like-
creeping.
Now.
I'm not certain if I trust that, because I don't know if you said something about you can't do card games, or I don't know how it works, but it just seems like somebody could manipulate some back end code to say, well, you will never win ever.
That's
Stop.
pokerstars.net or any other gambling website like that.
Don't even worry about the websites. The casinos. I mean, the slot machines are nothing but code. So what's the difference?
Right. Do not legally they have to do something where it's like every so often somebody has to win, or I don't know. I don't know anything about
Yeah,
gambling.
they win. They win, but you always have to spend more than it pays out. Yeah. Casinos wouldn't be in business if they didn't make money, and they make a ton of money.
Yeah.
So.
No more comps, though, I guess. Right? What are you going to get comped?
Well, that's you can get your comps, but you have to go there for your comps. You don't.
Yeah.
You're gonna sit at home, then your mom gives you your comps, I guess. Mom, bring me a beer.
I don't know. There's some people into gambling that do it and do it well, or do it horribly but still don't mind.
It certainly could open the door for more abuse of gambling, especially for those
Yeah.
who have an addiction towards it, towards
Yeah.
those risk type.
I would sometimes get addicted to those little virtual slot machines. Click, 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 click. But in those cases, at least I wasn't winning or losing anything. It was
Sitting
all
at
for
home.
money.
I'm
thinking
sitting
like
at home with my credit card stuck in my computer.
this is like way back Windows 3.1 shareware.
Oh,
Like there were some fake slot machines.
virtual slot machines.
Yeah,
I'm tired of this. I'm going to go play some virtual pinball.
it's fun too.
Yeah, credit card fraud is bad now, and this could open the door for more if nefarious sites start opening up saying, we do online gambling.
There's also the ability to like use card counting software of some kind.
I know. I don't know why there isn't that now, actually. Because you can create a program that can read images as long as it knows what to look for.
Yeah.
Unless you would assume that anyone developing a game like that would put in like almost like a capture thing or something where the image of the card can't be read.
Yeah.
So you can read it as a human being, but as a computer, you know, those weird capture things. Although that, ironically, half of those you can't read anyway.
I thought about what you're saying there, Welshy, and I was also wondering to myself, then, do these games that do the online poker, do they actually use like a set deck? Like, you go to the casino,
maybe.
and yes, it's like a 3, 5, or whatever, how many decks in the game, so you could try and count the cards. But online, is it perhaps just completely random?
Completely random every time.
Right, it's a new deck every game.
Yeah. These are the questions.
Yeah.
Let's get somebody from Zynga in, and we can talk about it.
Yes, those mathematicians they hire. It's gonna be.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. I don't know if I want to talk about that. Well, alright, I'll mention this one. You know, since we're talking about gambling, there is supposedly some new tests. I'm jumping down the line here, if you can follow along, for that were developed to determine whether or not a person is going to be addictive, has an addictive nature towards video games. I don't know how they came up with a test that says this person is going to be addicted or not going to be addicted.
We'd like you to play World of Warcraft for the next week. And tell us if you're addicted about
If you're still alive at the end of the test, could you
Tell us if
twice
you're a
think so?
dickhead yet.
Yeah. Well, this is going on over in Taiwan, so obviously they're going to be hitting up the MMORPG scene, where kids are dying in the internet cafes from not getting up. And
Moving from 37
They need
years.
something else to live for. If you can die playing a game.
Well, then again, it is Taiwan, so what else is there to do?
Make products for America, obviously.
Make toys, yeah. Make shoes.
I don't know. So, does it say anything about what they're doing to test for this addictiveness?
well, regardless of what they're doing, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're
Just
seeing how
test
with
ham.
videos, but
Test ham for the addictiveness of Guild Wars 2.
But what
My
does
life is in ruins.
what does this do for us? How does this help?
It doesn't.
It's I don't know. It's I guess if you get flagged for addictiveness, then you have to read books instead.
So let's start screening children to see whether or not they could be addictive, and then based on that assumption, we make it so that they can or can't play a video game.
Yep, we ruin their lives.
Because
It'll
why would
just
you
be
take
one of
away a
those
form of
surveys.
enjoyment that isn't hurting anybody? Give them something that's less addictive, but less fun for them. Like teach them how to use a rifle,
Oh,
fully automatic. Hey,
It's just another one of those studies that they can at the end go, yes, because they already know what the answer is, and yeah, people do get addicted to video games. So, but every single one of us knows that is true.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be another study so they can go, look, video games are bad because these are people. Yeah.
hmm But do you listen to the radio? Do you listen to music? Well, music's addictive then.
Oh, you got a song stuck in your head, huh?
What's that? You like breathing? Oh, you must be
Making
addicted
bacon
to oxygen.
pancakes. You like bacon? Bacon is that's the devil's food. That like
Bacon is addictive.
it is.
Bacon is
But you know what?
pig crack.
Bacon crack.
All right. Well, you know, the ESRB's all worried that all these kids are going to get exposed to these bad games. And really, do they really care when it comes right down to it, or do they just want to get more companies to pay for their service to have their rating on the box?
Yeah, that's what they care about.
Well, what's interesting is the ESRB actually came out and said, we are unsure if consumer awareness can be increased. In other words, we're doing all we can. I don't think we can do it anymore.
In other words, we're doing all we can and still nobody cares.
Yeah. If grandma's going to go buy a game that's rated R for her 7-year-old grandson,
Yep.
The problem is not with the game developers. The problem is not with the government. The problem is with the people buying the games, the society. Stop trying to legislate everything and take some responsibility for your own fucking actions and the actions of your offsprings.
But we can't help ourselves, so we need other people to intervene.
No, it's exactly that though. It's like, don't, if you don't want your kid playing, a rated R, don't buy it for them then.
Don't allow them to play it.
Yeah. Like you don't need to go. No, it's the government's fault. They should be like.
Yeah, I mean that is pretty ridiculous if you think about it. Like, there's a soccer mom, yelling and saying, like, there's something wrong with these game developers. They need to stop making these violent games. My son is he can't help himself. Playing these violent games.
And then and you see a soccer mom at a soccer, rip his fucking face off! Like, they are psychotic.
And
I know. You see the videos as well. You see the videos of like, oh, my son, I tell him to get off the game and he won't, and he gets mad at me and he yells at me and tells me to go away. And it's like, if I said that to my mum, I'd have been thrown through the nearest window.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the computer would have followed me.
At what point did you
hang on, so is the MODSonair recommendation to beat your children?
Yes, that is the.
You know what?
You hear it here first.
It worked for the Victorians. It could work for us.
You go to other countries and you listen to them talking about North America and how the violence and like when juvenile violence takes a global stage, which it does because U.S. is all and Canada. Anytime something happens and they can toot a horn about one thing or another, and it's juvenile that's causing this, or even if it's an adult now, it was something that happened when they were juvenile. When I was down in Jamaica, they said the biggest problem is in North America is you guys gave your kids rights. The kid has more rights than the parents, and I agree with it totally. The kid has more rights than the parents. You cannot corporal punishment and when I was growing up, if I did something wrong, I got smacked hard. And if that didn't clue me in, then there was always the threat of when Dad got home. Because when Dad got home, he smacked even fucking harder. And you know what? You don't do stupid shit.
That explains so much.
Nowadays, it's like, oh, don't make me tell you again. Don't make me count. I'm going to put you in timeout. You know what? Fuck off. Pop the little fucker. He'll knock it off. Standing in line at
Stryder's parenting book.
My brother and I are standing in line at the airport security line, and this kid, he's like, and the mom was like, I can't remember the kid's name, but he's like, Jeffrey, don't do that. Jeffrey, don't make me count to 3. Jeffrey, and he turned around and did it again, and my brother went, Jeffrey, do that, I'm gonna rip your fucking arms off. The kid just looked at him like, ah! No more problems from Jeffrey.
Oh, Jeffrey.
Wow.
Seriously, that is what is missing in this fucking world. You need a smack. You deserve a smack. You're going to get a fucking smack. None of this, oh, I might talk about giving you a smack, but you know I'm never going to do it because I love you so much. Fuck off.
You say something like that at Newark Airport, and you're going to end up in jail for the day.
Yeah?
Yeah. Tell someone.
Macaulay Culkin got divorced from his parents.
Threats? Fuck threatening, Morphus. Do it. I'm going to count to 3, and if you're not stopped, I'm going to stop you. 1, 2, 3. Bam! There. Learn anything? No? Do we have to do this again? 1,
Yes.
2. Oh, you learned! Fucking timeout. And today in timeout, tomorrow's next serial killer.
Well,
yes,
yes,
I rage a little bit, but that is what's wrong with the society today.
Parenting
Kids are not
tips.
bosses. You say your parents need to parent, but stop giving the government. Stop saying we don't want a parent. We want the government to step in. All right. Well, the government's going to step in and say, you know what? Kids are people too. Yeah, they are, but they are not molded into anything. And the parents are now responsible for everything that the kid does. They're not allowed to discipline them. Well, what do you think's going to happen? Parent goes to jail, and kid's like, excellent.
There was a movie about that, right? Almost like Children of the Corn, I think. Huh.
Parents
No,
need
that
to
was
parent.
South Park. It was South Park. All the kids. That's right. They yelled molest. They said they molested me.
Yeah, I think there was a movie about that. Yeah, it was very inspirational, and it taught me. Oh no, way, it was South Park.
Yeah.
That was when it all went to shit, like in 2 days or something, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was like Lord of the Flies, Children of the Corn.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. That's an hour. What do you guys want to say before we wrap things up?
I love
Eat your
you guys.
kids.
Whoa.
Your children.
There is a disclaimer at the end. Please listen.
Don't sue us.
Anything else other than beat your kids?
Well, don't beat them mercilessly. Yeah, bacon pancakes.
Drink responsibly, or if you're not, at least have fun.
You know what? I've got something to say about that, Welshy, because Breesy drank all last night, and he look at him. He's hungover. He looks like shit, but he showed up.
I do.
But he always looks like that.
That's true.
There-
I even
there
went
is-
to work.
There is a good reason, though.
Even when he goes to work.
Breezy has 7 hours to recover, where Welshy did not.
Well,
Well,
that's
yeah,
true.
Isn't there a
Hours?
7
He
hour
stopped-
difference?
He stopped drinking 7 hours ago. I can almost guarantee
so-
that Welshy stopped drinking 7 hours ago. Did
I
you
was
have
so
that
drunk
haircut?
last night? I locked the door before I closed it. That's how drunk I was last night. Locked the door. Didn't actually close the door. Came downstairs this morning. Door was wide open,
But locked.
but locked.
Secure.
Yeah, he's always complaining about how cold it is in there.
Yeah. He's just checking the door.
And Welshy got a haircut. Did you have that haircut when you left for the drinking, or?
He joined
No.
the army. All right. I guess that's it. So I can.
He didn't wake up in Surrey, though, so it's a good thing.
No, I did not. I did not go anywhere near Surrey.
Any day that you don't wake up in Surrey is a good day.
All right, I'll wrap up for the week. I want to thank our host for taking the time out to chat today. Well, except for Welshy. Welshy, at least you did.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
like that.
Thank you for joining us, Welshy. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, Ham, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Breezy, thanks for joining us today.
No problem.
Stryder, thank you for joining us today and for posting the show notes. I noticed you were doing that.
Hey, no worries. I just pitching in since alcohol abuse runs rampant in our crew members here.
In our circle, I know it does, right? Oh, boy. boy. Okay, so then I'm going to say finally thank you to the fans of MODSonair.com for making this show possible, and the subscribers of MODSonline.com. And until next week, go play some games, have fun. Au revoir. Thanks for watching this week, and come back next week when we will broadcast another live show. Details for this and all past episodes can be found at MODSonair.com. We welcome your feedback via email at mailbag@modsonair.com. And please consider subscribing to modsonline.com to support our show. The opinions expressed by individuals on this program are not necessarily the opinions of our sponsors, owners, or partners. I almost forgot there was this trailer for for Tomb Raider, right? Because I've been talking about how I kind of like Tomb Raider, and here is the new trailer for that. So I'll play this as the ending.
When I washed up on the island,
my life as I knew it was over.
But my life as you know it has just begun.
Those who live here want to hurt me.
But they're all shit at archery.
So I must fight.
I must hit all of the quick-time events.
I must be like Nathan Drake.
I am fast.
I am clumsy.
Where are all the tombs?
I am agile.
I really hate wolves.
I miss my butler.
I'm gonna kill a shocking amount of people, like hundreds of people. I am
Lara Croft.
No, I'm Lara Croft. I'm Lara Croft.
I'm Lara Croft.
I'm Lara Croft.
I am.
I'm Spartacus.
I am definitely Lara Croft.
I'm
No,
Spartacus.
I am. Okay, prove it. Where do you live?
Croft Manor.
Lucky guess.
I also knew that.
Whatever.
My tits used to be triangles, and once I shot a dinosaur.
Yep, it's
This
pretty much
is
everything we can say about
The PlayStation 4 video was better.
Which
I liked
4
the video that
I gotta get that.
the one that Welshy put up
Oh.
for the PlayStation one. I like that better.
I have to look at that. I don't think I saw it.
No? Oh,
posted,
you'll
but I
laugh.
never saw the
You'll
video.
Yeah,
chuckle.
it's in the chat window.
You'll chuckle.
All right, guys.
You may even chortle.
Whoa.
Chortle.
I'm good
That
too
sounds
far.
like
Chortle,
something I have
yes.
to clean up after. All right.
Yeah.
All right, everyone.
I so worry about all y'all.
See you later. Here come the ads.
Oh shit!
Look out.
Oh god, run!